Yo, what's up guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. Storm of Swords, Female Rimuru X Demon Slayer, by KyleBayan. Chapter 2, Meeting the Master Tanjiro Pav. As we left our mountain home, we reached a place where it wasn't snowing. We kept going even at night. As the sun began to rise, marking the second day since our family was killed, Rimuru suggested we find shelter for Nezuko. Tanjiro: why would we need to find shelter? Wouldn't it be better if we didn't stop? Rimuru: you see, there's a reason why demons only attack at night. She pointed at the rising sun, which is being obscured by the trees. Rimuru: sunlight is harmful to demons, and if their skin was hit by it, they would start to burn. I felt Nezuko's hand shaking, and when I glanced at her, she was shivering in fear. Rimuru: see, Nezuko is a demon, and she's afraid of the sun. Tanjiro: right, let's find shelter. We ran around the forest until we found a small cave. Nezuko rushed in and scurried to the very corner of it. Rimuru: this isn't gonna work. We need to find a way to be able to keep moving even during the day. Tanjiro: couldn't we use an umbrella or a hat? Rimuru held her chin and thought for a moment. Rimuru: no, it's not gonna work. I mean, it's a good idea, but it's dangerous. The wind could blow it away when we're walking and there isn't any nearby shade. Tanjiro: I see. Well, I'll think of something. I can smell a village nearby. I could go around and find something. Rimuru: I'll go with you, Tanjiro. No, Rimuru. Why not? Tanjiro: you need to rest. You've been through a lot. Rimuru: Tanjiro, we both lost our family, and you're still going, so I'll help. Tanjiro: that's true, but you've lost 2 families already, and you're emitting the scent of sadness and anger, so please just rest for a while. Rimuru stared into my eyes for a moment and lets out a sigh. Rimuru: all right, you win. I'll stay. Rimuru entered the cavern with Nezuko, and I went to the village to find something that could help. Rimuru Pav: I am sitting in the cave leaning against the wall, waiting for Tanjiro to come back. Rimuru: how should I go about finding the demon who turned Nezuko into a demon? If it could turn her into one, surely they would know how to undo it. Nezuko: a sound interrupts my thoughts and saw Nezuko staring at me. Nezuko: HMPH. She kept making noise as if trying to calm me down, but she was unable to speak properly with the muzzle in her mouth. I flinched a little as she crawled towards me, then rested her head on my lap. I mustered the courage to pet her, and she then held my hand and acted more relaxed. Rimuru: hee, I guess even though you're a demon, you're still the same sweet sister I know. After a while of waiting, Tanjiro came back holding a basket, some bamboo, and straws. Tanjiro: hey, I'm back. Nezuko and I waved our hands at Tanjiro. Rimuru: hey, Tanjiro. Nezuko: HMPH. Rimuru: so you find a solution? Tanjiro: yeah, sure did. He sat down and started fixing the basket. Tanjiro: I was thinking that I could carry Nezuko in this basket and wrap it with cloth. It should be enough to keep her safe. Rimuru: sure, that's smart, but Nezuko is too big to fit in that. If she was half her size, then it would be possible. Tanjiro: yeah, guess I didn't think that far ahead. Tanjiro stopped fixing the basket and paused for a moment, then suddenly glanced at me. Tanjiro: I've got it. When Mr. Tomioka attacked us, Nezuko grew big. Rimuru: wait, really? Tanjiro: yeah, so maybe Nezuko could do the opposite and shrink instead. Rimuru: hey, Nezuko, could you shrink, I say, while patting Nezuko. After a few moments of waiting, Nezuko shrank, looking like a toddler. I quickly hugged her and rubbed our cheeks together. Rimuru: ah, you're so smart, Nezuko, and now you look super adorable. Nezuko: HMPH. Tanjiro stopped and came to pet Nezuko. After Tanjiro fixed that basket, we left the cave and continued to find Mount Sagiri. On our travels, we got directions from a kind woman and warned us that people were going missing. As nightfall, we let Nezuko stretch her legs and walk with us. We kept moving until we noticed that a temple with the lights left on. My instincts are telling me that something is wrong and grabbed my hatchet. Tanjiro noticed my reaction, did the same, and noticed something else. Tajiro. Rimuru, I smell blood, somebody must be hurt. We ran to the temple, and opened the door to see what's wrong. Rimuru. Hey, is everyone okay? Tanjiro and I both gasped and in shock as we saw a demon is currently eating a bunch of people. Demon. The hell are you doing here? This is my territory, anybody who sets foot on my turf is gonna have to pay. The demon turned around, and saw us. Tanjiro, Rimuru, a demon. Demon. Huh? It locked the blood on its hands and stood up. Demon. Hang on, something's not quite right about you, are you free human? Tanjiro flinched and took a step back, while I tightened my grip. The demon focuses its glance to me and locked its lips. As the candle that lit the room went out, the demon leapt at me. I quickly shoved Tanjiro and Nezuko aside and leapt back while taking a breath. Rimuru. Wind-breathing fifth form, cold mountain wind. I managed to decapitate the demon, however the body grabbed my arm and neck to pin me down. Rimuru. Damn it, if only I had a Nichiren sword. I tried to get its arm to let go of my throat. The demon's severed head grew arms. Demon. Hee, a hatchet. Not bad, girl, you've got some moves. However, this is just a little scratch, though it should heal in no time. The demon's body and head stopped bleeding. Demon. See, it's already stopped. You're quite skilled and admittingly, very attractive, so I am sure you'll taste quite delicious. Rimuru. Crap, can't swing my hatchet, Tanjiro Pav. Rimuru shoved me and Nezuko aside as the demon pounced at her. She managed to decapitate it, but it's still alive. Tanjiro. What happened? Rimuru cut its head off, how is it still alive? As the demon talked about how tasty Rimuru would be, I quickly got up as it's about to eat Rimuru. Rimuru made yelped in pain, Nezuko, and I rushed to help her. Nezuko kicked the head away as I chopped the demon's arm, giving Rimuru the chance to slice the other and managed to escape. Rimuru held her throat as she is gasping for air. Tanjiro. Rimuru, you alright? Rimuru. Yeah, I'll be fine. Demon. You bastards, so that other girl was a demon after all, huh? The demon glanced at Nezuko. Demon. I couldn't tell with that weird vibe you gave off, but what the hell are you teaming up with humans? The demon's body regrew its arms and suddenly attacked Rimuru. She managed to block it with her hatchet but was still sent to flying into the trees. The body went after her while Nezuko chased the body. Tanjiro. Nezuko. Rimuru. The head leapt towards me. I tried to fight back and swing my hatchet, but it grabbed it with its teeth. It grabbed my shoulders with its arms. Its hair wrapped around my hatchet. Tanjiro. Get out of my way. I reeled my head back, then delivered a headbutt, causing the demon to let go of me and spit out my hatchet, but its hair is still wrapping around the handle. Demon. So hard. The dazed demon started to fall. I grabbed his hair and gave another headbutt. Demon. This kid's head is like a rock. I quickly grabbed the hatchet and threw it at a tree with all my might. Tanjiro. Why? The hatchet got stuck on the tree, trapping the demon. I quickly ran into the forest to help Nezuko and Rimuru. Tanjiro. Nezuko. Rimuru. Where are you? I followed their scent and saw Rimuru tackling the demon off a cliff, falling with it. Nezuko grabbed the side of the cliff and reached out her hand, as Rimuru jumped off the demon and grabbed Nezuko's hand. Third person Pav, as the demon's body fell, it landed on where the head would be and went limp as it died. Meanwhile, back to where Tanjiro trapped the head, it gags a bit before falling unconscious. As the trio went back, Rimuru went and started burying the bodies, knowing she doesn't have the means to end it. While Tanjiro pulled out a knife, wondering how many demons were all over Japan, and thought that he should end the demon so it won't kill more people. However, being the kind soul that he is, he hesitated to do it, until suddenly he felt a hand touch his shoulder, causing him to flinch. Tanjiro turned around and saw a man wearing a Tengu mask and a cloud-patterned Jimbei kimono. That knife isn't going to do the job, Tanjiro. What's with that mask? And I couldn't hear his footsteps. Oh, okay. How'd I kill it then? Think for yourself, or aren't you capable of solving your own problems? Tanjiro looked around for something and saw a large rock. Tanjiro. If stabbing won't work, then I'll have to crush it. He went to pick it up, then went to the demon but hesitated to end the demon. Tanjiro. I probably have to crush the skull completely, so I'd have to do it over and over, but if I did that then he'd suffer. Isn't there any way to finish him off with one blow? The man sighed. The kid's not going to cut it, he's far too kind and indecisive. He stands against a demon but a scent of kindness remains. He still has empathy even for a demon Gyu. This boy will never make it. The man glacked at the temple. The girl on the other hand is giving off the scent of anger and sadness. Despite the willingness to kill demons, she bears no ill will towards them. The demon started to wake up. Demon. I blacked out of a second there. Dose that my body died? This feels so weird, I think I am gonna be sick. The demon then noticed Tanjiro staring in front of him and started flailing, trying to reach Tanjiro. Demon. You bastard. I'll kill you. I'll devour you, damn it. As the demon kept flailing, the sun started to rise. Tanjiro glanced at the sunrise. Nezuko rushed inside the temple while the demon started to panic. Seemingly disappointed in Tanjiro, the stranger left to help Rimuru bury the bodies. Tanjiro. I took too long, the sun is already rising. The demon suddenly screamed in pain, getting Tanjiro's attention, causing him to drop the rock. The demon screamed in agony as it has been burned up. It eventually disappeared, traumatizing Tanjiro. Tanjiro. It only takes that much sunlight to burn him. No wonder why Rimuru told me to keep Nezuko away from the sun. Tanjiro noticed that Nezuko disappeared and went to look for her. Meanwhile, Rimuru was finishing up burying the bodies and knelt down to pray for them, when suddenly she noticed a stranger kneeling down and praying just like her. She backed off, startled by his sudden appearance. Rimuru. What the heck, where did this guy come from? I didn't even notice him approaching. Tanjiro. Excuse me? Rimuru noticed Tanjiro and looked at him. She then glanced at the stranger as he stood up without facing them. Urokodaki. My name is Sakanji Urokodaki. You two are the ones Gyu Tomioka sent my way, correct? Rimuru. So this old man is the one Mr. Tomioka told us to find. Rimuru nodded while Tanjiro tensed up. Tanjiro. I'm Tanjiro Kamado, and my sister's name is Nezuko. Rimuru. I'm Rimuru Arashi Urokodaki. Rimuru. Urokodaki turned around, focusing his attention Tanjiro. Urokodaki. Tanjiro, what do you intend to do if your sister eats a human? Tanjiro hesitated to answer, which made Urokodaki walk up to Tanjiro and slap him. Rimuru. Hey, what are you doing? Rimuru ran between Tanjiro and Urokodaki to protect Tanjiro. Urokodaki ignored Rimuru. Urokodaki. You've too indecisive boy. You must learn how to make quick decisions, that's why you failed to kill the demon before daybreak. Rimuru realized Urokodaki is giving Tanjiro a lesson. She lowered her arms and went to get Nezuko in the temple. Urokodaki. Do you know why it took you too long to answer such a simple question? Because your resolve is too weak. There are two things you must do if your sister eats a human. The first is to kill her, then commit seppuku. That is what traveling with a demon like you sister means. But you must never allow this to happen, no matter the cost. Your sister devouring an innocent person must never happen. Have I made myself perfectly clear? Tanjiro tensed up. Tanjiro. Why yes, Urokodaki sighed. Urokodaki. Though it seems your friend understood that and is willing to do it if it happens. Tanjiro gasped at what Urokodaki said. Tanjiro. What? Rimuru would do that for Nezuko. Tanjiro is reflecting on what he would do if Nezuko ate a human. Rimuru returned, carrying Nezuko inside the basket. Urokodaki. Tanjiro, I will test to see if you're fit to be a member of the Demon Slayer Corps. Rimuru. So he is a cultivator, I wonder. Rimuru's thought was interrupted by Urokodaki. Urokodaki. You two follow me. The three started running with Urokodaki in the lead, with Rimuru carrying Nezuko close behind him while Tanjiro is struggling to keep up. Tanjiro. They're so fast, but I thought Mr. Urokodaki was an old man, and Rimuru is keeping up with him even with Nezuko on her back. Tanjiro thought about the time Nezuko fixing her kimono, wanting to use the money to feed their younger siblings instead of buying her a new one. Rimuru. Hold on Nezuko, please be patient a bit longer. Urokodaki. Impressive, this girl is keeping up with me. Gyu did mention she used wind breathing when they first met. Urokodaki began reminiscing about his youth. Urokodaki. Don't worry, old friend, I'll pick up where you left off. Rimuru Pav. After a whole day of running, we finally reached Mr. Urokodaki's house at Mount Sagiri at sunset. Tanjiro is crouching on the ground gasping for air. Tanjiro. Okay, does this mean? Tanjiro gasped for air for a few seconds. Tanjiro. Please tell me this means that we passed the test. Rimuru. We? Does he think Mr. Urokodaki is testing both of us? Urokodaki opened the door. Urokodaki. We're just beginning the test, also I'm only testing you, Tanjiro. We'll be climbing a mountain. Tanjiro gasped in fear. Tanjiro. Wait, just me? Well, I guess now that I think about it, when that demon attacked us, Rimuru seems like she knows what she's doing. Urokodaki. Rimuru, you and Nezuko can stay here for a while, I have something to discuss with you. Rimuru. Alright, I entered the house and laid Nezuko down so she can sleep more comfortably. Urokodaki closed the door and head up the mountain. As night falls, I made dinner while waiting for them. As I finished dinner, Mr. Urokodaki came back and noticed I prepared dinner. Rimuru. Hey, where's Tanjiro? Urokodaki. He's in the middle of his test. Urokodaki sat down. I went ahead and gave him rice. Urokodaki. Rimuru, are you by chance Hachiro Arashi's granddaughter? Surprised by his question, I stared at him. Rimuru. Yes, I am. Mr. Urokodaki, how do you know my grandpa? Urokodaki. Well, in our younger years we went on a couple of missions together, we worked well enough we eventually became friends, and even when we retired we still kept in touch. Rimuru. So how did you know about me? Urokodaki. Well, as I mentioned, we kept in touch even after we retired and he would occasionally mention you. Urokodaki. Tell me, how did you end up with them? I began telling Urokodaki about how I was taken in the Kamado family after a powerful demon attacked me and that my grandparents and the wolves helped me escape. Urokodaki. I see you were quite fortunate to survive and I'm sorry for your loss. After a moment of silence, Urokodaki spoke once more. Urokodaki. Rimuru, tell me, do you hate demons? I stayed silent for a moment before giving him my answer. Rimuru. It's true that demons killed my family twice and they're cruel monsters, but it's different because of Nezuko. She kept her humanity even as a demon. She ignored the corpses the demon made and helped me fight it, so I can't say that I hate every demon, especially since they were human once. I glanced at Nezuko before returning my gaze at Mr. Urokodaki. Rimuru. And if there are other demons like her, I wish to find a way to turn her and all of the good demons back to being human again. Urokodaki. Well, if that is what you want to do, then let me help you. Rimuru. Urokodaki. I'll not only train Tanjiro but I'll also train you. Rimuru. Really? Urokodaki nods. Urokodaki. Yes, since Hachiro is unable to properly teach you. I bowed as low as I can to show my gratitude. Rimuru. Thank you, Mr. Urokodaki. Urokodaki. Think nothing of it. However, I should tell you that I specialize in water breathing while your grandfather uses wind breathing, so my training methods will be different. Rimuru. I already assumed that is the case because Grandpa told me about the 5 breathing styles. Besides, I raised my head and sat up straight with stars in my eyes. Rimuru. A demon slayer that can use multiple breathing styles sounds so cool, Urokodaki. Very well, our training will begin alongside Tanjiro, and that's if he passed my test. Rimuru. Don't worry, I'm sure Tanjiro will pass whatever test you gave him. Afterwards we ate dinner and I went to sleep trusting that Tanjiro will pass.